Imagine waking up to a phone call. At first, it's just another ring. But soon, you're listening to a stranger claiming to be a loved one, a police officer, or even your bank, demanding your life savings. Or worse. What you don't know is, you've just fallen into the trap of one of the most sophisticated scam networks in Europe. Europe's largest scam call center busted, the inside story. Welcome to today's investigation, where we're going to uncover the shocking story behind Operation Pandora, a massive raid that recently dismantled Europe's largest scam call center, thwarting over €10 million in damages and leading to 21 arrests. But the story doesn't end there. This operation is only the tip of the iceberg in a growing global problem. €10 million thwarted in scam call centers. Authorities across Europe, from Germany to the Balkans, have been working tirelessly to shut down these criminal networks. But how did they manage to infiltrate what was essentially an underground scam empire? And how is this tied to a larger, more sinister global fraud movement? Let's break it down. In April 2024, a collaboration between German authorities, Europol, and their counterparts in Albania, Bosnia, Kosovo, and Lebanon led to one of the biggest takedowns of a scam call center network. Police had been investigating for months, following a trail of deceit that spanned multiple countries and affected thousands of people. Operation Pandora, raids across Europe. It all started when a sharp-eyed bank teller noticed something odd. A 76-year-old woman was attempting to withdraw €120,000 to hand over to a fake police officer. The teller immediately alerted the authorities, sparking the investigation that led to the takedown. But the story doesn't stop there. Instead of simply shutting down the scammer's phone line, German authorities decided to flip the script. They set up their own counter-call center, a decoy operation that used real-time surveillance to track the scammer's every move. Tracking 1.3 million calls in real time. In what was called Operation Pandora, police listened in on over 1.3 million calls, identifying and preventing roughly 6,000 fraud attempts, saving unsuspecting victims from losing their savings. It wasn't just about catching the fraudsters, it was about outsmarting them at their own game. The raid on April 18th was the culmination of months of intense surveillance. During the operation, authorities seized over €1 million in cash and other assets, along with valuable electronic evidence, including handwritten notes. This evidence is currently being analyzed to uncover more criminal call centers and further fraud networks. Raids net €1 million in assets. Authorities believe this scam operation was far-reaching. Call centers were set up not just in Germany, but across the Balkans and the Middle East, with Lebanon playing a crucial role. The criminals would pose as police officers, bank employees, or even close family members, using sophisticated manipulation tactics to pressure victims into handing over large sums of money. The victims were often told that they were under investigation for a criminal offense or faced asset seizure, all lies designed to trigger panic. Or, in some cases, they were promised prizes or prepaid debit cards, another deceitful method to extract money. Manipulation tactics used by fraudsters. These scammers are not just criminals, they are psychological manipulators, exploiting their victims' vulnerabilities, fear, confusion, and greed. This operation has sent shockwaves through Europe. Thomas Strobel, the Interior Minister of Baden-Württemberg, called the scam operation particularly perfidious and unscrupulous. And he's right, these scammers play on people's deepest fears and emotions, leaving their victims devastated. Victim 1. I thought I was helping my son. It's terrifying how convincing they are. I was too afraid to question them. Victim 2. They had all the details about my life. I had no idea it was a scam until it was too late. Victim stories, the impact of scam call centers. These are just a few of the thousands of lives impacted by these fraudsters. It's a growing global issue, and this recent takedown is just one battle in an ongoing war against scam networks and money laundering operations. Scam operations like these often have connections to larger money laundering schemes, especially when it comes to international transfers. The money siphoned from victims is moved quickly through various accounts, making it difficult for authorities to trace. This is part of a much larger issue: financial crimes that span across borders. The global financial system is constantly being exploited by these sophisticated operations, making it harder for law enforcement to keep up. Scam call centers and global money laundering. So, how do these fraudsters keep getting away with it? And how can we stop them? It comes down to three things: awareness, technology, and international cooperation. Authorities across the globe are beginning to realize that in order to combat these criminal enterprises, they need to work together, sharing information and pooling resources. That's exactly what happened during Operation Pandora, and it's proving to be an effective strategy in the fight against international crime. The future of fighting scam networks. Narrator. But even with all this international cooperation, we must ask, is it enough? These fraudsters are always adapting, finding new ways to scam and launder money. And here's where the twist comes in. The real twist is this: authorities have recently uncovered connections between scam call centers and legitimate businesses. Some of the perpetrators were not just criminals, they were people working in real estate, insurance, and even law firms, using their positions to launder money and help facilitate scams on the side. In the coming weeks, we might see a new wave of arrests, not just criminals behind a desk, but professionals who have crossed the line into the underworld of money laundering and fraud. So, what does this mean for you, the viewer? Stay vigilant. These scams are becoming more sophisticated, and they're hiding in places we least expect. But there is hope. Law enforcement agencies are catching up, and together, we can make a difference. If you've been affected by a scam or money laundering, make sure you report it to your local authorities immediately. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of scams and fraud. Together, we can outsmart the fraudsters. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.